Bandai of Japan, what are you doing? Dear God. Okay, so we're going to be talking about memorial items, which seems to be Bandai's of Japan's major big thing. This could effectively be like their Lightning collection or the Lightning range effectively, but we're getting more memorial stuff right now. So far we've had the Gatlinga, we've had Stacy stuff from Zenkaija, we're getting the Dom Brothers stuff, we've had Gokaija, we're getting so much stuff coming out. And I feel like this is going to be a huge thing. Now, not all of these items are going to be like everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. Me personally, I'm going to be getting, I think, the one we're going to talk about, which I'll show you in a minute. But I will kind of say this. I feel like if Bandai of Japan go down this route for the premium stuff, I feel like we're going to get all the morphers from basically Go Ranger all the way up. So if you wanted to collect this, now is the time. And I think you'll be collecting for quite some time. Me personally, I'm probably going to go all the way from, say, Mighty Morphing upwards and do it that way. With memorial stuff, I don't know if like the Ranger stuff has been kind of added, the buckler and stuff. I don't know if that's memorial, but I kind of see that they're going to do it. And maybe rather than the Hasbro thing that I mentioned, maybe they took this inspiration from when Bandai did it of all their morphers and little things like that. Now, I do think that we're going to be getting weapons at the same time. Wouldn't surprise me if we're getting sabers, swords, whatever. I feel like this will be the main thing that we'll get. And I don't think like all of it is going to be for me because I think it will be very, very expensive for what it is. But I'm very curious to know what we're getting next. So what am I talking about? Let's go have a look. So Bandai_Sentai on Twitter has actually released that we're getting the kind of emergency notice Dino Breath Memorial Edition production discussion from Bakaru Sentai Abba Ranger. Stay tuned for more information. So when kind of clicking on this, the one thing that I do generally kind of see here is that it is a 3D render of the item. It's not a very good one, as you can see there's quite a blemishes all around, which kind of shows that they just quickly printed this out and went boom, there you go. Now what am I thinking on this? I really like this. I had the Bandai version of this and I kind of sold it, but now that there's a memorial edition, I'm very tempted on just waiting and picking this one up. But I do think we're going to get the 6-range one, and that's the one that I want the most. Something like this kind of makes me think, are we going to be getting sounds? Now, what would you get? I think you're going to get pretty much stuff from the show, maybe the morph sequence music, maybe stuff that we've seen. And if there's any 10-year or 20-year or whatever they've got, or kind of extra stuff that they're doing, I feel like this is going to go straight into it. We've seen it with the Mobirates. We've seen all the stuff from Gokaija coming out. So it wouldn't surprise me that this is going to be one of the main things. Am I going to get this one? Yeah, this is the one that I kind of want the most. But what's kind of on the next stage is the Hurricanger one, which is like the Hurricanger Jio Memorial Edition production discussion from Nippo Sentai Hurricanger. Stay tuned for more news. And here we have the actual 3D render of it again. Now, this one would make more sense because we've got the 20th anniversary coming out of Hurricanger. So seeing like this wouldn't surprise me that they're making it so it could either run directly with it or it could just come straight after. But this one I do think is going to come, and it's going to have, I think, stuff from the show, stuff from the 10 years later, and it's going to come from the 20 years later as well. It wouldn't surprise me that it came with this. And obviously changing the discs would probably have the swapping of like different sounds. So you've got the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Yellow Ranger. So add on their discs, boom, you actually have the kind of sounds and they'll say different things. So I'm kind of tempted. I wasn't a big Ninja Storm fan. I wasn't a big fan of Hurricanger, but this one I do like the morphers, and I'm very tempted on getting this if it comes out. I'm very tempted on buying all the morphers, even the ones that I'm not a big fan of, and I think that we're going to get memorial editions of all of them, especially around about 10. Now, I will say this, and we'll talk about it in this big thing as I transition to the next stage. One thing that I would kind of do on a lot of this sort of stuff is to actually have it come out with a 10-year or 20-year later. It makes more sense. At the moment, I think the Premium Bandai know exactly what's going on in this. They know how much money is going to be made. They know that if they produce every single morpher, people who like that series are going to buy it. Die-hard collectors are going to buy every single one. So for me to have this, I would probably get it because I like the looks of it, but I wouldn't pick up stuff maybe previously from, say, Go Anja Go Ranger, from Go Ranger all the way up to, say, Jew Ranger. Jew Ranger is what I'm going to collect. I'll probably get Jetman because I really like Jetman, to be fair. I like the suit. But I feel like they're going to be doing this with every single morpher. You know, I can understand if it was just, say, Gokaiger, Zenkaiger, and Don Brothers. But now seeing this, I feel like we're going to be getting every single one. It's going to be bad for your wallet. But will they do the swords, the sabers, whatever comes with it, you know, the extras? Yeah, I generally think. And if they're smart enough, they will literally do all the gimmicks again because, you know, you want them all. You want to buy every single one. I can see it happening with Gokaiger especially. But that's just my kind of thoughts. Wanted to talk about it. What do you think about the memorial stuff? Are you going to be getting it? Yeah, I'll see you later.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。